Fortify your defenses. 5 science-backed nutrients to strengthen your immunity. As the seasons change and the air turns crisp, so begins the annual onslaught of sniffles, coughs, and colds. While avoiding germs entirely is impossible, the power to build a resilient immune system lies within your control. Your body's defense network is incredibly complex, and like any well-functioning army, it requires the right fuel to operate effectively. Moving beyond the folk remedies, modern science has pinpointed key nutrients that play critical, evidence-based roles in supporting immune function. Let's dive into the top 5 immune-strengthening powerhouses: vitamin C and D, zinc, selenium, and omega-3s, and explore how they work and how you can incorporate them into your diet. 1. Vitamin C, the immune system's master regulator. Perhaps the most famous of all immune nutrients, vitamin C's reputation is well-deserved. Its role extends far beyond just being an antioxidant. How it strengthens immunity. Vitamin C is a multi-tool for the immune system. It supports the production and function of key immune cells like lymphocytes, T cells and B cells, and phagocytes, which are your body's first line of defense. It also helps these cells move to the site of infection more efficiently. Furthermore, as an antioxidant, vitamin C protects these precious cells from the oxidative damage they incur while fighting pathogens. What the science says. While the common belief that vitamin C can prevent the common cold is not strongly supported, its real power lies in shortening the duration and severity of symptoms. A comprehensive meta-analysis published in the Cochrane database of systematic reviews found that regular vitamin C supplementation reduced the duration of colds by 8% in adults and 14% in children. For individuals under intense physical stress, like marathon runners, it nearly halved their risk of catching a cold. How to get it? Your body cannot produce or store vitamin C, so consistent intake is key. Excellent sources: citrus fruits, oranges, grapefruit, kiwi, strawberries, bell peppers, especially red and yellow, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts. Tip: eat these foods raw or lightly cooked, as vitamin C is sensitive to heat. 2. Vitamin D, the immune modulator. Once thought of only for bone health, vitamin D is now recognized as a critical director of the immune response. Unlike other vitamins, it functions more like a hormone, and receptors for it are found on almost all immune cells. How it strengthens immunity. Vitamin D's primary role is as an immunomodulator. This means it doesn't just boost immunity, it helps regulate and balance it. It enhances the pathogen-fighting abilities of monocytes and macrophages, white blood cells that are critical to your first-line defense. Crucially, it also helps prevent an overactive immune system, which can lead to excessive inflammation and potentially autoimmune reactions. What the science says. The link between vitamin D and respiratory health is robust. A major 2017 meta-analysis in the BMJ concluded that vitamin D supplementation was safe and protective against acute respiratory tract infections. The effect was most pronounced in individuals who are profoundly deficient. Given that an estimated 1 billion people worldwide are deficient, this is a significant finding. How to get it? The sunshine vitamin is challenging to get from food alone. Primary source: sensible sun exposure on bare skin for 10 to 30 minutes several times a week. Dietary sources: fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines, egg yolks, and fortified milk or plant-based milks. 3. Zinc, the gatekeeper of immune cell function. Zinc is a mineral that acts as a critical cofactor in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, many of which are central to immune function. It's essential for the normal development and function of cells that mediate both innate and adaptive immunity. How it strengthens immunity. Zinc is vital for the production and activation of T cells, the commanders of your adaptive immune response. It also helps maintain the integrity of your skin and the linings of your respiratory and gastrointestinal tracts, physical barriers that keep pathogens out. Furthermore, zinc can directly interfere with the ability of viruses, particularly rhinoviruses, the common cold, to replicate in your cells. What the science says. The evidence for zinc, particularly for colds, is compelling. A meta-analysis in the Journal of the Royal Society of Medicine found that zinc lozenges or syrup could reduce the duration of the common cold by approximately 33% when taken within 24 hours of the first symptom. It's important to note that the form matters. Lozenges that slowly release zinc ions in the throat where the virus is replicating are most effective. How to get it? Excellent sources. Oysters, by far the highest source. Red meat, poultry, crab, lobster, baked beans, chickpeas, pumpkin seeds, and fortified cereals. 4. Selenium, the powerful antioxidant shield. This trace mineral may be less famous, but its role in immune health is profound. Selenium is a key component of powerful antioxidant enzymes called selenoproteins, which help manage oxidative stress and inflammation. How it strengthens immunity. During an infection, your immune cells generate a respiratory burst of reactive oxygen species to kill pathogens. This process can also damage your own cells if not kept in check. Selenoproteins act as a shield, protecting your immune cells from this self-inflicted damage. Selenium is also crucial for the function of T cells and for generating a robust antibody response. What the science says. Research has shown that selenium deficiency can allow viruses to mutate into more virulent strains. A study published in the FACEB journal found that mice deficient in selenium infected with a mild flu virus developed much more severe lung inflammation. Supplementation has been shown to improve immune responses, particularly in the elderly. How to get it? The selenium content in food is directly related to the soil it's grown in. Excellent sources. Brazil nuts. Just 1 or 2 can meet your daily need. Tuna, halibut, sardines, ham, shrimp, and fortified whole grains. 5. Omega-3 fatty acids, the inflammation resolvers. Omega-3s, particularly EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, are renowned for their anti-inflammatory properties. A well-functioning immune system isn't just about attacking threats. It's also about knowing when to stand down and resolve inflammation. How it strengthens immunity. Omega-3s are incorporated into the cell membranes of your immune cells. From there, they are converted into specialized pro-resolving mediators, SPMs, often called resolvins and protectins. These molecules actively switch off inflammation once an infection is cleared, preventing chronic, damaging inflammation and allowing tissues to heal. What the science says. While not a direct cold killer, omega-3s are fundamental to a balanced, healthy immune response. Studies have linked adequate omega-3 intake with improved function of B cells, which produce antibodies, and reduced production of overly inflammatory proteins called cytokines. This balanced response is crucial for recovering from illness without prolonged fatigue and tissue damage. How to get it? Excellent sources. Fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, herring, sardines, walnuts, flax seeds, chia seeds, and algae oil, a great vegan source of DHA/EPA.